All right, Shalom, Yasharala. I'm giving infinite honors to our Heavenly Father and our great King, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Howard Kakadash. Double honors to our apostles and our bishops, a great millstone. And salutation to my fellow laborers in the Mashak Yahweh Shai, pushing his beloved doctrine across the four winds in this final hour. Shalom. All right. I'm going to revisit AI. You know, AI is a big part of prophecy in this final hour. Okay. Uh, this devil's left-handed magic, his technology, has everything to do with end of time prophecy in this final hour. All right. And you can synchronize it with the scriptures. Okay. It's written that there will be no more work in Egypt. And the reason it's going to literally be no more work in Egypt is because all of the jobs are going to be taken. Okay. All of the jobs are going to be taken and you're going to be replaced with robots. All right. They can't see. All right. Have no human emotions. All right. But it's going to make the system a lot of currency. All right. You don't have to pay. You don't have to pay workers. You don't have to pay human workers. Um, the Lord is going to use these robots, all right, with the spirit of Satan in them, to come and destroy a great number of humanity. Okay, but I'm gonna stick on the topic, and the topic is, man, ain't about to be no work here in Egypt. Let me start off with a passage. All right, this is a book of Ecclesiastes. Bear with me. What a precept. All right. This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. In the day when I'm going to start off from the top. You know, remember the Creator in thy youth, while the evil days come not. See, we're in the evil days, and the evil days are going to be ushered in with this devil's technology. All right, wherever this devil go, death and hell follows. So all of his inventions that he say he has, all right, his so-called technology, all it ever does is bring forth death. The industrial revolution, all it did was bring forth death. Nothing but pollution going in the airways 24 hours, 7 days a week. But they say that they revolutionize energy sources. All right. The energy sources give people cancer. All right. So this technology that he's given with this AI, this technological revolution. Okay, all it's going to do is bring forth more death and put the peoples of the earth in bad case. All right, nor the years draw nigh when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. All right, we're living in that time where the evil days are here, and people are going to say they have no pleasure in these days. Okay, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. In the day when the keepers of the house shall troop. Who are the keepers of the house? All right, these people with businesses. All right, keepers of the house in the ancient world, the keeper of the house was the people that was running the business, running the house, all right? The servants, the workers, all right? And the overseers, okay? The keepers of the house are going to get tremble because it's not about to be no work in Egypt. You're not going to be able to go get your bread and water, all right? Your daily bread to take care of your family. And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders shall cease because there are few. And Kevin Gates had a song that said, "Grind, I'm a grinder." Oh. He's talking about he likes to work. He gets it in. All right. He likes to go work to make money so he can floss. All right. Grinding is a metaphor for working. All right. the grinder shall cease. That means there's going to be no work. And they that look out of the window shall be darkened. And the door shall be shut in the streets. All right. The doors be shut in the streets means there will be no business. There will be no traffic. Okay. Traffic goes into business. When the sound of the grounding is low, when the work is low, it's going to be hard to find work. Okay. And I'm about to prove it through these videos I'm about to play. It's not going to be no work. That's why the grounding is going to be low. You go to temp service and the temp service is going to be closed because they can't even make no money because it ain't no work. Okay. He shall rise up the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And music is trash nowadays. All right. Now I played that video to play this. Okay. Now look at this shit. Like the nigga dude say, look at this. Won't you look at this? Dude that died, the comedian. All right. Now look at this. Check this out. No new shopping carts will eliminate cashiers. Jobs in America. Thought. All right. Every store you go to, you know, they have cashiers there. Even though Walmart lets you do the self-checkout, the day is gonna come where they ain't even gonna have it's gonna be the store is not gonna have, it's gonna be cashier less. It's not gonna have no cashiers in the whole store. Okay. Now check this out. And soon you're not gonna be able to see these little machines they got. They already got it fixed where you're not going to be able to do business and commerce without a radio frequency identification chip. You're going to have the technology. All right. We're in the beginning of the end. Okay. You ain't going to be able to use these little things without a charagma, man. But here we go.
So you now, shopping and shit, you can, I think this is the one where you ring up your own shit, like when you put it in the cart. See, look at this shit. What that say? You see what this shit say? It says start shopping.
You seen the saying? It says scan barcode on the side of it. You're gonna scan that chip that's gonna be in your hand or your forehead on the side of it. That's how you're gonna do business and commerce. But the point of the matter is, they don't need human workers. You see, that's your cashier, your buggy you're fucking pushing.
You know what I'm saying? So you know what I think, right? This gonna put the motherfucking cashiers. No more. You ain't gonna need no cashiers.
Yeah, all them chicks in Walmart doing their cashiers and doing the being cashiers. You know, getting paid your little $20 an hour. That job gonna go. You ain't gonna have that job no more. All right, AI gonna take your jobs.
If you could just pay for your shit like this, continuous guess. Let's see what happened. First time using a new card. Yeah, got me. Let's see what they talking about. Add product. Face it. Yeah, you scan the shit as you put it in the cart. Place it in the cart. Don't hold item, just put it in there. How to add produce. Look, yo, this new technology, man, putting this shit right here, y'all ain't got no business working any damn way. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got no business working any damn way. You know what I'm saying? Yo, yeah, look, you pay for everything right through the cart, yo. You know what I'm saying? Look, EBT. Look, it's the new wave right here. It's the new technology shit.
But he thinking like a simpleton. He's saying this is the new wave, this is the new technology shit. But even what he does to make money, because I got a lot of videos I'm about to play. Even no matter what's your area of expertise? All right, wherever he worked to make his money, AI gonna take that shit. Okay. AI gonna take his fucking job too.
You know what I mean? Let's put the cashiers out of work. You know what I mean? Hey. It's crazy.
It's not crazy. This is what the end looks like. All right, so that's about the cashiers. Now let's say you're in a chemical refinery. All right, you are at these oil rigs, so on and so forth. All right, these blue collar jobs. Guess what? AI gonna take your shit too. Nobody's safe.
And such that will replace. I read this week about this new company called Neighbors, and they have these Pace models, Pace X and such, that will replace those oil rig roughneck jobs. You know, they're in there and they got these chains and the pipes are turning and they got to lay it on. And it looks like, hey, that's really dangerous work.
Necks are really rough.
Yeah. Well, this whole is all automated, as you guys are seeing on the video right now. This thing picks up the pipe, brings it, it lubricates it, puts whatever's on the pipe ends, it places it right on, spins it, tightens it, and torques it, and grabs the next one. And it's all automated. So oil rig jobs are going to get replaced, which I thought that was probably going to be a more technical thing to replace, but apparently it isn't.
Why didn't they show this kind of stuff on iRobot? Shout out to Will Smith.
Because it was preparing your children.
Or what?
Just to get used to these oil roughs.
So you're these chemical refinery plants and these oil rigs and stuff. They have inventions, AI inventions that what is going to take your jobs. Okay. So like you. All right. Nobody's safe. And this is all prophecy. If you look at every facet of society, all right, every industry, and these billionaires and trillionaires implement artificial intelligence, what happens to the peoples of the earth? All right, they can't take care of their families. All right, they start to starve. So when they starve you out and you can't get your basic necessities and get your basic resources, guess what happens? You become weak mentally. All right. And then now what you're ready to do? You're ready to conform to their new world order. You're ready to take whatever they give you. All right. That's what happens when you starve. There's all this done by design, but you can funnel it through the scriptures. Okay. So you see, if you're in industry, all right, they have inventions, AI that's going to take your job. Because all these things we're seeing, this is going to become the social norm. They're going to take your shit. All right. Now, this is where I work. Look at this shit.
Worried that AI could take your job? Well, those concerns might be justified. Amazon is warning its employees that the company will have a smaller workforce in the future because of generative AI and agents. In a memo to...
And they telling you the truth. That Esau normally manipulative. He coming at you sideways. He's telling you the truth. All right, AI is about to take all these warehouse jobs, no matter where. If you work at FedEx, Amazon, all right, anywhere here, bottling companies, Coca-Cola plants, Pepsi plants, all right, AI is going to take all of those jobs. If you work at paper mills, like down here, Georgia Pacific, okay, AI is going to take everybody's job, man, no matter where you're working. Nobody's safe.
Employees, CEO Andy Jassy said the tech giant will need fewer people doing some of the jobs that are being done today and more people doing other types of jobs. He added it's hard to know exactly where this nets out over time, but in the next few years, we expect that this will reduce our total corporate workforce.
He said this will reduce the total corporate workforce. All right. Now she's saying it in an old jolly, jubilant voice. So what happens to those people that had those jobs, depending on those jobs for their livelihood? What happens to those people? Are you going to speak on that? Let me find Mark Cuban. They had a clip. I want to give Mark Cuban. He spoke what was going to happen to the people that lost their job. Bear with me. You know, and Mark Cuban is the guy that owns the Dallas Mavericks, and he spoke on how AI was taking over. And he was telling what's gonna. He was saying something to the effect that people were gonna riot. Yeah, here we go. Mark Cuban on AI. So it popped up. right. I want to get to the. I know I forgot which clip it was. All right, this is it right here.
Artificial intelligence is going to change everything. It'll have a bigger impact on us than the internet, than phones, mobile computing, or mobile networking, wide area networking. You know, it's just going to dwarf everything, and it's harder to learn, so it's harder to implement, which means it's going to change a lot of things and not everybody's going to be able to adapt. And so it's going to be really scary, but also interesting, and create a lot of opportunities as we go forward. We're still in the first inning of the preseason games when it comes to AI, but it's going to have a dramatic impact. And so that's one of the things.
That's not the one. You know, but he's running it. It got one where he was saying what's going to happen to people that lose all their jobs because of AI. Oh, I should have got this before I started. And he was being brutally honest. He was being brutally honest. He was telling the truth.
AI uses a ton of electricity. Yeah. And by the way, just a little aside, when people talk about AI taking jobs, because it uses so much electricity, fucking plumbers, electricians, power engineers, all these people, the jobs are going to skyrocket.
Oh, that's interesting.
I mean, there's programs now. If you have solar energy on your home, you could sell it to the local utility plant. Yeah. AI uses a ton of electricity.
Yeah. You see, now he's saying something contrary to the clip I seen where he say AI was going to take people's jobs. See, when these dudes say shit that they're not supposed to say, they handlers make them come say something that's totally contrary to what they said. But you know what? I should have had that before I had that clip up where he said that people are going to riot when they start losing their jobs when he was speaking on AI. All right. So I just said that one about the oil rig. Now let's listen to this broad. She's delusional, like most women. When she's talking about nurses don't think their jobs could get taken. That's a damn lie, okay? A nurse, she don't understand when there's new legislation.
My opinion is
when this new legislation come out, the AI doesn't care about, and the system's not going to care about being compassionate. Like if you look at that movie by George Orwell, 1984, you couldn't even hug your children. Hugging your children and being compassionate to your children could get you put in jail. All right. So when this new system is put in, all right, the love of many are going to wax cold, and that's going to be how most people in society are going to be. People are not going to show compassion, love like a nurse do. A nurse is nurturing and touching. That's what she don't know. They have a robot in that bitch just to fix you up. All that other part, trying to lift your spirits, that shit going to be as a thing of the old world. Okay, that's going to be the old way. They about to usher in a new way, which is diabolical.
My opinion is it cannot replace the nurses because you still need that gentle touch. I mean,
see, that's what that's how women are. Now, when these corporate bankers, these Jews, they thinking about money. They're not thinking about how people feel. All right, they're going to do away with that gentle touch and the smile of a woman. They have a robot in that bitch. Turn over, be still, working on your ass, bringing your food. They ain't gonna ask you how your day was. They're just gonna get the job done. So, and where they're paying these nurses $50,000-$60,000 a year, all right, all of that revenue they get to keep it. All right.
I mean, in the nursing profession, or rather in any healthcare profession, it's that soft skills that cannot be replaced, right? Like that soft touch and says, "Hey, how are you doing? How are you feeling?" And of course,
and they could program a robot to say that, to be nice, be politically correct, to be sharing and caring. All right, they're gonna save money with their robot. They don't have to pay their robot a quarter. They got to pay you $60,000 a year. They're gonna get rid of your ass, man. If the technology can do what you do. And it will.
Interaction with family members then gives comfort, whether is it a burnout caregiver or whether is there a crisis at home. Yeah.
So you would say then AI will help the nurse to do her job better, but it cannot replace The presence of events.
Yes.
And that's what delusion comes in. All right, that's women. Yeah, right. It's not about AI. All right, helping you do the job. It's about the corporate bankers making as much money as they have to. The less workers you have to pay, the more money you get to keep. That's the rule, that's a rule in economics. All right, you put out less money, so you can make. You use less money. All right, to make money, and you want your increase to be more than what you put out. Okay. Now, which one is this? All right, that's what I see. Amazon, they're going to get rid of theirs. All right. Now, let me get this guy right here. Truck drivers. Y'all niggas ain't safe, man. All right. These truck drivers not safe.
That being said, it's this company called Aurora Trucking Company, man. They're planning on putting 1,000 trucks on the road, no driver. Now, you know what that means for all drivers, man. Okay. Your time as a truck driver is limited. And
see, men are more rational. This guy is practical. You see? Oh, see, if he was like a woman, well, they'll never get rid of us because when the men get out there neighborly, they talk. You know, you have a lot of personality, man. Them fucking billionaires don't give a fuck about that shit. That's the thought process of a woman. He in reality, he like, man, they're gonna take our fucking jobs, man. If the robot could do what we do, and these little $50,000, $60,000 a year they paying us, all right, they get to keep that. You know, us men, we're practical. Shit, if I was the owner of the company, shit, I would do the same thing. I'm saving money so I can make more money. Okay? He's in reality.
Aurora, this company is making sure they probably gonna be the first one to do it. Okay, but I was looking at a clip, man, that I seen circling around on YouTube about, you know, trucking companies and, you know, this whole, you know, basically you don't need a driver to drive the truck now. Now, before I get into all that being said, it's this company called Aurora Trucking Company, man.
Here goes a depiction, all right, of these self-driving trucks, man. Here we go. That ain't bullshit. It's gonna be no work in Egypt, man.
Today we're diving into some pretty revolutionary stuff. It's all about the future of our roads and, specifically, how self-driving semi-trucks are gearing up to change the game. So, what's the deal with these autonomous trucks? Well, companies like Aurora and Kodiak Robotics are pushing the envelope, planning to launch fully autonomous trucks in Texas by the end of this year. That's right, trucks cruising down the highways with no human behind the wheel. Now, I know what you might be thinking. How safe are these trucks? According to federal data, large trucks were involved in about 13% of all traffic-related deaths in 2021. The move towards autonomy aims to cut down these numbers significantly. The tech behind these trucks isn't just about replacing drivers, it's about creating safer roads. But it's not all smooth sailing. The introduction of robot trucks is stirring up quite a bit of concern, especially among truck drivers like yourselves. There's talk about job losses and the undeniable shift in the trucking industry landscape. And then there's the insurance angle. The road to integrating self-driving trucks is paved with potential insurance disruptions. With fewer human errors, we might see a shift in insurance premiums and policies. But let's not race ahead of ourselves. The integration of self-driving trucks is likely to be gradual. This gives everyone from drivers to insurance brokers time to adapt and figure things out.
See? Hey, we live in a time of the second industrial revolution, which is going to be technological. All right. Now, the first industrial revolution really did give a lot of men jobs. All right. In these industries, they was building these chemical refinery plants. They was had these plants where they were building vehicles like in Detroit and shit. All right. Business was booming. All right. Now, this second industrial revolution, which is going to be technological, it's going to do the opposite of the first one. All right. It's going to take away all of the all of the jobs, man. All right. And guess who else is not safe? Teachers. Check this one out. This is a school, they already doing it. The teacher's just there to tell the children what to go, but the teaching aspect of it, AI is doing all the teaching.
Austin, Texas, every day is an experiment.
When you look around, like one of the things that's missing is the traditional like desks where everybody sits. This is their classroom for the day?
So think about more like a WeWork space.
A space where all the teaching of core curriculum is left to artificial intelligence.
How many Shapies are in the pool in all?
6 times as many as 3 equals 18. Great work.
What are you working on here?
Core skills.
Core skills, huh?
AI is able to help you learn whatever you need to learn.
Who's teaching?
Yeah, AI gonna also teach your fucking children how to be freaks. All right? You think they Westerners now. All right, with AI teaching your children, that's Esau, the most profane, wicked entity in all the world. Now you look at this dude, he look like a Jake, but when you're getting educated, you're getting a spirit put on you. Just because when we taught our children the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Shai, that's the breath of Yahweh Shem Shai going to that child. So when you got AI educating your child, all right, put its philosophy, its westernization, Hellenization in your child, man, you creating a freak, and the spirit of Satan is getting in your child, all right? And that's technically that image of the beast, man, all right? And that's what they're going to do. They're going to do away with teachers, because guess what? You can have a teacher teaching you, but she doesn't agree with the curriculum. She might be a so-called Christian, and she'll tell her child, nah, you're not supposed to do this and do that. Guess what? AI is not going to have a human emotion. All right. AI is going to be a program that is downloaded, and it's going to push that vibration to your child, and it's not going to have a conscious, oh no, I shouldn't tell this to this child. No, they're going to be bewitched, man. MK Ultra, taught by AI. All right. And the teachers, all these so-called educators, these women that love to be teachers and nurses and stuff, AI is going to take your job, man.
I think the app is teaching me, but I'm also teaching myself.
Here's the thing about an AI.
Motherfucker, the Lord didn't create a child to teach herself. Now, when we get that new covenant, all right, the law is going to be in our inward parts. You know, that's going to be a different thing. But on this side, man, you have a person has to show you the way, show you the path of life, all right? You have to be taught. All right. When you read Acts the 8th chapter, what did the Ethiopian eunuch tell Philip? How should I know unless a man guide me? You don't teach yourself, but see, that's that Western wine. That's that Satanism. You see, that's that satanic vibration. I ain't teaching myself. Nah, man, you left to your own devices, you're gonna be wicked. The flesh is wicked. It had a song in the older generation, our parents' generation, where it say, it's just my imagination running away with me. Your imagination is your carnal flesh, which is wicked. All right? It'll have you looking at a boy and being attracted to a boy. And that little dude there, you know, he sounds like an Edomite talking. He's probably got heavy demons on him right now. He probably freaked out right now at a young age.
My tutor, it doesn't care if a student is white, black, or brown. It doesn't care if a student is rich or...
See, that's that universalism. You see, it don't matter. Universal basic income, gearing your mind for that. Everybody's the same. All right, everybody's the same. All right, you have to. They're starting it to teach your children to submit to this Western way of living. Okay, it's Satanism. These children are getting taught how to be Satanists.
Poor. It doesn't care if a student is in the 10th percentile or the 85th percentile. It's infinitely patient.
For some people, it might look like, wait, why is this kid just getting extra screen time? But we are learning. We're just learning in a different way.
The school day starts with 2 hours of AI learning, where different AI programs guide students through math, reading, language, and science.
This dashboard allows us to see what they completed and shows us, okay, are they hitting their goals? Are they not?
All tracked by the school, the parents, and the students.
I'm in 8th grade science, and then 9th grade language, 10th grade reading, and then 7th grade math.
Where are you guys headed? What are you doing?
You little shit. You little fucking shit. He's a fucking demon, man. All right? He's a fucking demon getting taught by a fucking a fucking program uploaded into a database. All right, now look, he's talking about math and science, but what about philosophy? What about when you get to history? All right, psychology and stuff like that. It's going to teach you it's okay to be a homosexual. It's going to teach you you don't judge wicked people. All right, you love people no matter what they are, no matter what their creed, what their denomination is. The Holy Bible tells us to don't do such things. Don't be unequally yoked with unbelievers. This is what AI is going to teach them. You see these teachers here, this is the interview, the teachers here, these AI is going to move them out of the way. AI going to have them out the way. All right, when this new system is uploaded, these children are going to learn about AI at home. All right, it ain't going to be no more going to no school as we know it. When we seen what happened in 2020 during the time of that pokey juice, the children were learning with the laptops at home, okay? And you're going to have a fucking robot, a humanoid robot, teaching them everything. Those teachers that made that money, teachers what, make from $40,000 to $50,000 a year, they're not going to make that money in a year anymore, all right? AI is going to take over every facet of society, man.
But here, co-founder Mackenzie Price says the grown-ups in the classroom are not called teachers because they're not teaching the curriculum.
So if they're not teachers and they're not teaching the curriculum, what do you need them there for? This is what they're there for. It's like they're there for, like, if you go to a prison, jail, all right? Those COs is there to just take you to lunch, take you to dinner, take you to breakfast, call roll to see who's there, all right? They're not doing nothing to rehabilitate you. All right, those COs. Them COs don't give a fuck what they doing. If they fucking fighting and all that shit. They just there to take you to lunch, take you to dinner, take you to breakfast, mail call, what else? Pill call, and that's it. All right, AI could do all that. So guess what? You're not gonna have to pay a CO no more. AI gonna take over see how they are taking these children to school. All right, they say they're not teachers. An AI robot could do that. Okay, follow the fucking robot. They're gonna take every job, man. Every job. There will be no working either, man.
Decision must be unanimous. Decide yourselves.
They're called guides. We're like motivational mentors / tech.
So do you have to pay a motivational mentor $40,000 to $50,000? All right, because what they're doing, you don't have to go to college to do that, to be a motivational mentor. Fuck, Charleston White is a so-called motivational mentor. That's what he's coined himself. He's there for the youth, to help the youth do better. He got these programs. He didn't have to go to college to do that. So are you going to have to pay teachers those salaries that you pay them? No.
Support. It's okay that our guides aren't experts in physics or math.
It almost sounds like the guides here are told, you're not here to teach, you're here to lead the kids to AI.
Our guides are not allowed to teach. The adults that work in the classroom,
their guides are not allowed to teach. So long teachers. So long chicks that, let's say you're going to college so you could teach and educate children. So long, you're done. Like America's done, you bitches are done. You are over with. AI is going to take your fucking job, man. The dishes are done, man. Okay? So I just wanted to bring out that information. I'm going to get this passage in Isaiah, man. America's done. All right, we're in the last leg of Esau's rulership in Babylon. All right, and we about to come to some bad times, man. All right, the grinding is ceasing. They ain't gonna have no work here. All right. Here we go. This is Isaiah 19:14. Yahweh have me a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. All right. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong, and it's found out in America. And they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof. All right. It's about to be pandemonium. It's about to be disorder. Okay. It's gonna be a civil war in this motherfucker. Life as you know is gonna change dramatically. All right. The whole Constitution is gonna be done away with. as a drunken man staggered in his vomit. You see, drunk. If you're drunk, that means you're disorderly. So America, the Lord likens how America's going to be to a drunken man staggering in his vomit. That's a pity. That's a sad case when you see a drunk man drunk out his mind and he walking around with throw up all on him. He's not in his proper mind. The Lord say that's how America's going to be. All right, nobody's going to regard the police. People going to be storming these governors' mansions and presidential fucking houses and shit. All right, taking over. All right, it's going to be civil unrest, man. Okay, society as you know it is going to descend into oblivion. Okay, neither shall there be any work for Egypt. You see, that means the economy is going to crash. All right, and when they bring up this new found system, all right, the new founding fathers, like on that movie The Purge, all right, life as you know it is going to be changed. The way they teach is going to be changed. The way they do business and commerce is going to be changed because everything is going to be technologically and digital, okay? Men are not going to be driving trucks no more. AI is going to be train drivers, truck drivers, teachers, nurses, doctors, everything, all right? And what it say, there should be any work for Egypt. AI is going to take all the jobs, which head or tail, all right? No matter what it is, you're not going to have no work in Egypt. Branch or rush may do. Okay? So that's why you got to be built on your most holy faith, because when there's no work in Egypt and people can't get their basic necessities, what are they going to do? What is the peoples of the earth going to do? They're going to conform to whatever the government tells them to do to get bread and water, all right? Their basic necessities, all right? And that's going to be, you got to get in a line and go get that radio frequency identification chip, all right, which is the mark of the beast that you read about in Revelation the 13th chapter, and you're a dead man, woman, and child if you get that digital certificate, okay? So with that, Abaratazah, this was edifying to the hearers. I'm going to give infinite honors to our Heavenly Father and our great King, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Harry Kakadash, double honors to our apostles and the bishops of Great Millstone, and salutation to my fellow laborers in the Mashak Yahweh Shai. Kwam Yasharala, Baba Baal Shalom.